I'm Aaron Stanfield, driver of the JHG Melling Janik Brothers Pro Stock Camaro for Elite Motorsports.
And I'm his better half, Joleigh Stanfield, who also gets to race part-time. We've been married 3 years and dating for almost 8, and he has been racing for every bit of that.
So we have a 2.5-year-old and coming up on a 1-year-old. We've got a boy and a girl, Rowdy and Oakley.
I was pregnant with Rowdy due like pretty much any day, and I said if he had a chance to lock up the championship, I wouldn't mind having the baby on my own without him if he had that chance, because he was there for the first one and I didn't need him for the second.
I love this. All right, so we are going to play a Newlywed game, even though you guys are more so than newlyweds. So some of these questions will just be one answer where you guys are putting them down, and the others will be for each other, and we'll get there for it. We're going to start real easy. Aaron, I know you didn't study for this quiz, so you're very nervous.
Oh yes, definitely. I don't want to get in the doghouse, you know, beginning of the race weekend.
Okay, so you don't have to write fully, just something that we can prove it. How did y'all meet? You thought she was riding more, so you had to ride more?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. All right, go ahead. At a divisional race at NS Motorsport.
She's got the date down and everything,
That is
I'm
perfect.
sure.
All right, you guys get an A+ on that one. Aaron, you're still sleeping on the bed tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, second question. Where was your first date? Gosh, did y'all go on a cruise? I'm seeing a theme.
She lives, you know, a couple miles down the road, so it's just a good,
But what did you put?
At a bracket race.
Where I was racing.
yeah, where she was racing.
He actually took the time off to come watch me race.
So it's safe to say that you knew exactly how this romance was going to go.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yeah, she knew the deal, 100%.
Yeah.
All
Wow.
right, this one is a simple question. Who pursued who? Yes! I know that answer. All right, you're 3 for 3, Aaron.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who he was. I didn't know to the extent of racing that I was getting myself into.
She made it back to 1.
Yeah.
I was still a wannabe then. I think I'm still a wannabe, but
Well, at that point, you were the youngest
youngest, we
retired
called it,
pro stock
I used
driver.
to call it the youngest retired pro stock driver.
That's fair. All right, so now we're getting into the fun stuff here. I want to know who snores the loudest.
Oh, wait, I know. And if you put me...
The dog!
Hey!
Wait, let me do
okay.
something to yours here, because this is where Aaron is sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah! I don't snore. I talk in my sleep.
Okay, maybe that's fair.
Okay.
The dog probably does snore more.
Yes.
All right, next question. Who is the better cook?
Oh.
And nobody can be an answer. That's easy. Aaron, what's your story?
He can't even microwave mashed potatoes.
Well, you know, it might just be the, I call it the couch magnet gets me sometimes, so.
None of this will surprise me. I think this can be just one answer. Who is the most competitive? Oh, she rocked big. Our first discrepancy. Why do you say Aaron?
Because he wants to win at everything. There's one thing I've ever beaten him at.
Shuffleboard?
Yes!
Yeah. Okay, I might be a little competitive, but she is as well. I think that's, you know, that's one of the things we both have in common. We're both very competitive.
But one difference is he won't even let the kids win.
Yeah, probably not. I think it's my dad's fault. I don't know.
That's true.
Knowing your dad, that is 1,000% your dad's fault. Greg Stanfield, it's all your fault. All right, who has the worst handwriting? Okay, so there's a backstory to this. Aaron, give it to us.
It's quick and easy signature.
That is Aaron Stanfield's signature. And Joleigh, tell the world what you've been trying to help him with.
Courtney and Joleigh have been coaching me on, you know, autograph sessions here, so she keeps showing me how to sign my name, and I just can't pull it off.
Joleigh, show us how you would sign Aaron Stanfield.
That's the best I can do. They said drive a race car. They said nothing about having to write good.
Yeah.
What is your partner's, so put your partner's first and yours, favorite meal, favorite food, whatever that may be. Snack, meal, food, just go-to meal. You know, for a guy who doesn't like to write, he sure writes a lot on here. Mexican, so you got that. Canes.
Yeah. I thought you would go for my cooking.
Well, it's definitely,
Meatloaf.
I love her meatloaf. See, this game is dangerous. I will say, if there was an In-N-Out burger at home, I would probably keep it in business.
He eats Canes probably 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay, not that bad.
So
Used to.
we just went into this, so you told me a fun story. When you win a race, what happens?
We go to McDonald's.
Yeah, it's a celebration. It's the easiest, you know, normally we're in a big old rush to get back home, so we got to get something quick. And I always say, no better way to celebrate with some McDonald's.
This one may start to ruffle this year marriage. If the baby cries at 3 a.m., who gets that? This is him defending himself.
Yes.
Because he's right.
With Oakley, it was you.
Yes.
Rowdy, her.
Yeah.
So, like, are there any kind of like, are you more of a morning person? What do you divvy it up that way, or is it just whoever?
The Rowdy, yeah, she's definitely taken the whole brunt of that one.
Yeah.
Majority.
She said, yeah.
But Oakley, I did help a lot.
Yeah. It was your little girl.
Well, probably, yeah. She's my best, outside of you, my best friend.
Good job, bud.
That is his mini-me. That is, they are one and the same.
Who is more likely to forget a birthday or anniversary? Have you forgotten any? Is there a story behind that?
No, I haven't yet, but I get nervous every time.
There's actually a bad one that I've got. It was Father's Day or something, and I accidentally got a happy anniversary card, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I didn't fully read the card.
The thought was there.
The thought was there.
The thought
But
was
I have
there.
not forgot anything yet, but
Yeah.
sometimes I gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Who is the tidiest at home?
Tidiest? Oh yeah. She, I mean, honestly, I think she would rather me go racing because like in the winter months I'll get home and I'll be going through cabinets and closets and organizing the attic. I've got a little obsession with that, so.
He does the same thing at the shop. Like he'll go through and clean out cabinets and wants it organized, and he comes home and wants the same thing. And I'm like, just stop touching anything. This is my house.
2 kids there running around making messes.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, 2 more questions. This one relates to it. Actually, I'm going to have this one question. What is each other's, so you write his down, you write hers down, least favorite household chore? Like the household chore you dread doing.
Are we sitting the same way?
Are we?
All right, you, Aaron, anything laundry? Yes. So taking the trash out.
I
feel like
agree.
that's a blue trash.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, like, I don't know if it's like a stereotypical woman thing, but I know I gotta take the trash out when it's sitting by the door. Like, she sets it in the garage, you know, or sets it out in the front door, so when I get home, I'm like, I guess the trash was full.
Well, I'm really bad about letting the trash overflow until I finally am like, okay, I gotta take this out. So then I don't want to have to touch it to like push it down. So I'm like, can you take the trash out for me?
Okay, this is the last question, and it's a doozy. And I mean on the road. So before I cause a divorce here, I mean on the road. Who is the worst driver? Is there any story here?
Yes.
Go for it.
Well, for starters, one year we were driving here, and you know, sometimes with racing, you get home in the middle of the night, and so one time we were driving over here, and I was like, can you drive me over there? Or I pulled over so she could drive the rest of the way. And I'm not kidding, I was asleep for 5 minutes, and I wake up, she hit something in the middle of the road, and I woke up like, what? I was asleep for 5 minutes.
Well, when you're driving 20, there's 2 lanes, and when there's something in the middle of the road, it's either hit it or hit the other person, so I had to hit it.
Moral of the story is that I drive most places.
All right, so now I guess this is point B to that question. You guys are lined up in a dragster. You're bracket racing. Who's winning that deal? Be smart, double A.
He tried to.
It's literally killing him. I wish we could set this up.
See, she's competitive, so.
Yeah. Well, he builds it, so it should be consistent
Yeah.
enough to where I can win.
If her crew chief would get to take her racing some more, she probably would beat me over and over again. So.
Have y'all ever lined up against each other in all the years of racing?
We've always raced
Run
different
classes, yeah.
We did actually get to line up under the tower at a divisional event one night because I had the bye and he had the bye in the next class. So we got to park underneath the tower.
Guess where at?
Here. And then he went on to make his pass, and then I made my pass, and he couldn't figure out why I was never at the top end, and I blew up the engine in the burnout. And
It wasn't my engine yet.
yeah. Not yet. It was after that because he had to fix it for me. But
You guys are both multi-generation racers. Will your children continue the legacy, or is it one of those things where you're like, please God, no?
we've always said that that's completely up to them. They
Yeah, I
have to show initiative.
I think we were both kind of raised that same way. As we were old enough to make that decision, and it's something we wanted to do. She tried the junior deal and she didn't like it very much. I played a lot of sports when I was younger, but as soon as I turned 16, I threw away the sports and started racing. So I made that decision as somewhat of an adult, and I think that same opportunity will be there for our kids if she's good at that.
But it's all up to the grandparents. The grandparents get to handle it.
Yeah, the juniors know what.
Yeah, they've got to deal with it.
All right, well, there was your first Newlywed Game. Does the marriage survive?
I think I did a lot better than I expected.